profoundly significant program that will educate teachers and students about the importance of a different kind of learning. A learning that involves getting along with other young people, a mindfulness about resolving conflict and caring and helping others. This kind of program, I think, can potentially be a model for others around the country in an age when contention and conflict are all too dominant. Waterbury will provide a model for the country in training teachers and spreading learning about mindfulness and caring for other students and resolving conflicts without physical altercation by talking and listening. Sounds elementary, but it is far from simple to achieve, as we know, in an era when, unfortunately, gun violence and other kinds of physical conflict all too often dominate the headlines. This grant is from the United States taxpayers, but it's a sound investment in our educational system. 8 separate programs in Waterbury alone, with this $105,000 done by the United Way as the sponsor and leader. The United Way is a critically important organization as part of our social fabric, and it's now engaged in this program, which expands its reach and its depth in the community in providing services and enabling more young people to achieve their full potential. Schools are always about learning, and it isn't just reading, writing, and arithmetic. It's also getting along with other people. And that kind of social and emotional learning is critically important in today's world. So I'm very proud and excited to be here with United Way. Thank you all for your great work and for all you do to enhance the Waterbury community, and United Way all around Connecticut is really a godsend to so many different communities, and happy to turn it over.
Thank you so much. We're so very grateful for your support. United Way Greater Waterbury is really excited for this mindfulness grant to happen. 300 youth across the city of Waterbury are going to have access to mindfulness activities outside of the classroom, which is really so important, especially at a time like now. Our students are going to be able to build resilience. They're going to be able to ensure that on the day-to-day outside of the classroom, they can be successful. They can improve their self-control. They can, reduce stress and anxiety. And we all know how critical that is right now. So we're so very grateful for this opportunity.
Great. Any questions?
So 8 different programs. What schools in Waterbury?
So
secondary schools, high schools, or?
They're actually going to be 8 of our positive youth development after-school programs. So we're really focusing on some of your traditional kind of drop-in after-school programs, scouting, mentoring, youth-serving organizations throughout the city.
And through the school district, right?
So these students do attend Waterbury Public Schools, yes.
And where will these be held?
So they're going to be, throughout our 8 different partners. So different days, different students will be able to participate in these mindfulness activities.
And when will these programs start?
So right now, the goal is really to get this started in the fall of 2022. After after-school programs are in full effect, we'll be able to come in and ensure that these resources are available.
And will any student be allowed to participate, or will they have to meet certain criteria?
Sure, any student who participates in any of our positive youth development after-school programs will be eligible to participate in these activities.
The idea is it begins next school year. This one is now ending, and it's tied to the public school system. But I think the point about dealing with stress, anxiety, isolation is really very, very important post-pandemic.
Yes.
You know, students have just been through an absolutely terrible 2 years, and they need this kind of, not instruction is too formal a word, but having been through this absolutely horrendous 2 years of heartbreak and hardship, students need to come together in a way that they can build resilience and overcome the stress and anxiety and work with other kids to share experiences. And as amorphous as it may sound, if it's done the right way, it can accomplish such tremendous good, building resilience and stronger tenacity in the face of adversity.
And these are definitely much needed. You know, United Way feels as though we really have the pulse on our local community. And so in meeting with the superintendent, in meeting with our program providers, in meeting with parents and children, this is what came to the foreground as the need right now in the community. So we're really excited.
Great, you were listening.
We try.
Community.
Yeah. With a grant like this, that's gonna help Waterbury schools. What does that say about our state and the potential of helping future towns in the near future? What does that say?
I mean, I think, for United Way Greater Waterbury, we are more than just Waterbury. We have a 10-town catchment area, and our goal is actually to find a way to expand this. In fact, we've just submitted the next round of the congressional earmarks to actually do just that and expand within our 10 towns.
What it says is we need more programs of exactly this kind to deal with the anxieties, stress, isolation that has been so exacerbated by 2 years of pandemic. Our students need this help. We're going through a mental health crisis statewide, in fact, nationally. And that's why this congressionally directed spending pursued by our delegation in Congress could be replicated throughout the state of Connecticut if it proves successful here in Waterbury. And we're going to be going to the Congress again and saying, look at what Waterbury's United Way is doing in this multi-town area, in the whole region, in building resilience and providing relief to students who have been through such incredible hardship and heartbreak. This issue is not a Waterbury issue. It's not a regional issue. It is a statewide and a national issue, and that's the way we need to think of dealing with the social and emotional fallout of the pandemic, which has created a mental health crisis in our nation.